Okay, graduates, you can pivot on your left foot. Have a seat. Yesterday they kept asking, which way are we supposed to pivot? And I didn't know what to tell them, and I asked Mr. Hoyer, he's the basketball coach, and he said, we've worked on it for 2 years, don't even mention it, just let them turn. So my name is Brian Boozman, middle school principal at Applington, Parkersburg. This is my 20th year in the district, and I want to thank you, parents and grandparents, for your support of not only your child, but our school since your child has started. I want to thank our teachers, not only your child's 8th grade teachers, but it's kind of a culmination of kindergarten through 8th before they actually take a step onto what I call the show. They get to go to the high school. So it's a culmination of all the work their teachers have put into them and the work and the education that they've received. So I want to thank their teachers. I want to thank the kids. I really do. I want to thank you for your work, for your discipline, for your dedication. If you've been to a play, if you've been to a musical or artistic thing, athletic event, there's just a lot of talent in a lot of different areas. So I want to thank the kids. So we're going to play a little game here. Okay? So if you're a parent or guardian of a student that's graduating, go ahead and stand up. Don't clap yet. We're just going to hold on. Don't ruin my game. I'm going to have the kids clap for their parents before you sit down, though. So kids, you're going to clap for your parents. Okay. So here's the game. The culmination of this will be we'll find the most veteran parent here. So if this is your first child graduating from middle school, you can have a seat. If this is your second child graduating from middle school, you can have a seat. If this is your third child graduating from middle school, you can have a seat. If this is your fourth child graduating from middle school, you can have a seat. If this is your fifth child graduating from middle school, you can have a seat. Just a second, I got to go on to my second hand. How about a round of applause for those guys? You can have a seat. I didn't know we were going to get that high. That's awesome. So when I was thinking today a little bit, when I went to church, BC was always taught to me to be before Christ. But I had a little different version of BC as before children, okay? So if you go back, so this is more for the parent kids, we really don't care about you for the next 30 seconds. It's all about the parents. In 2004, some popular movies, Shrek 2 and the infamous Meet the Fockers. The music that you listened to in 2004 would have been Britney Spears, REM or Blink-182. In 2005, and it seemed like it hasn't been that long ago, but 2005 is Hurricane Katrina, which leveled New Orleans and Louisiana. It doesn't seem like it's been 13 years. Parents, in 2004, Facebook was invented. And now this is for the students. You guys will be like, hasn't YouTube been around for like 40 years? No, it was invented in 2005. 2005 is YouTube. So you guys were the beginning of YouTube, and I think you're going to be the end of YouTube. But so that's YouTube. 8th graders, your parents are proud of you. Your families are proud of you. That's why they've been taking pictures. You're dressed up. They're dressed up. That's why they're here. They care. They remember when you started school and mom or dad or whomever it was dropped you off at preschool or kindergarten, and it's gone by just like that. And now you're going to be getting ready to go to high school. Today might be a good day to ask for some money. Okay. Today might also be a good day to hug your parents and thank them for not only giving birth to you, feeding you, but becoming the world's best Uber driver there is, driving you to all those events. So it might be a good day to hug them. So if you've known me for a while, some of you have and some of you haven't, typically when I see you, it doesn't matter if it's been 10 minutes or 10 days or a week or a month, I'm going to ask you, how are you feeling? Okay? I ask everybody how they're feeling. And you have to do that with somewhat of a risk. Okay? I've learned a lot about a lot of people's ailments that I didn't even know existed. Okay? So I know about ailments. I also get the old response of, how'd you know I wasn't feeling well? I don't know. I just ask how you're feeling. So I thought today I'm going to put an acronym together, and Kelly and I worked on this for hours. No, we didn't really. I sent it to him on an email, and he made this thing happen. So it's going to be an acronym. The words will come up there vertically, feeling, and I'm going to kind of talk to the kids about character. We came over here about 3 weeks ago, and the high school teachers, administration talked to the kids ad nauseum about getting involved. And if I heard the word getting involved once, we heard it 100 times. I don't want to talk to you about getting involved. I want to talk to you about becoming a better person. And some of the things I'm going to share with you from the word feeling, I'm a really simple thinker. They're going to be really simple, but they can impact a lot of people, including yourself. Most of your kindergarten, and I told you this yesterday, but I want your parents to hear it as well. Your kindergarten through 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teachers might be able to tell you later, or somebody else, how you were as a student, but I guarantee you they can tell you or tell somebody else about how you were as a person in their class. That's going to go a lot farther than always getting A's. Being a good person is going to go farther than good grades. So the F. Thank you, Kelly. Focus less on yourself and more on others. If you focus on other people, your problems have a tendency to go to the back burner, and you will never feel fulfilled until you can start giving back and doing something for somebody else. So focus less on yourself and more on others. Each day, every day, is an opportunity to make somebody else's day. It doesn't cost anything to open the door for somebody else. It costs nothing to tell somebody they look nice. It doesn't cost anything to give a compliment. Do those things. Everyone you meet can be positively influenced by you. You can make or break somebody else's day. Just make or break somebody else's day. Make it. The L, lead by example. People want to see results. They don't want to hear about results. Anybody can talk, but not everybody can put it to action. Do something. Put it to action. You can do it. E or I can't even spell. We have a spelling teacher here. I is integrity. Do what's right, even when nobody else is looking. Your parents know who this person is. You don't know who Eddie Haskell is from Leave It to the Beaver, okay? He was amazing at telling the Cleavers what he was going to do, and then when they turned their back, they couldn't trust him for a second. But even when no one's looking, do what's right. And N, no job is too small. Nothing should be below you. You can help in ways you didn't even think about. Maybe this weekend you could clean the toilet at home. There'd be no job should be below you. So you can start by that. And G, go change the world. You're 14 years old. You've got the whole world ahead of you. Don't let anybody ever tell you you can't do something. If I had you in careers, I would have given you maybe, I don't know if I gave it to you. I talked to you about this. Maybe you didn't hear it. When somebody says, you can't do it that way, there's 7 words that kill every great idea. It's never been done that way before. Don't let anybody ever tell you you can't do something. Try something different. Invent Facebook. Come up with a cell phone. Do something. Change somebody else's world. You've got the whole world ahead of you. You can do it. So when you get to high school, be a good person. Be a great person. I got one more funny story, and it's about Mr. Mahler. So if you get to work with middle school kids, typically, Tom doesn't have middle school kids yet, so he doesn't understand it, but typically they don't remember everything. So Tom calls me at 7:13 tonight. Yep, I'm on my way to Applington. I have to pick up 2 instruments and some music. Oh, think you'll be back? I don't know. I've got somebody ahead of me that's driving fairly slow. So welcome to our world, Tom, of middle school kids. So now we're going to have Mr. Mahler and his band lead us. Mr. Mahler? Okay, 8th grade chorus members and Mr. Bieber will lead us now. Thank you to Mrs. Shipper for putting that together. Thank you, families, for submitting those pictures. It does go fast, doesn't it? We are now going to have Hannah Butcher, who's our student body president. Hannah's going to come up and give a speech. Come on up, Hannah.
We were all such cute children, weren't we? Welcome, parents, teachers, friends, and especially you guys, the class of 2023. My name is Hannah Butcher, like you said, and I am the middle school student body president. Why did the teacher wear sunglasses? Because his class was so bright. We have a great class. We joined together in 5th grade to create the class of 2023. It took some getting used to, like a couple new football rules on the playground, but we became fast friends. If you have been to a sporting event, a music concert, or a poetry reading this year, then I think you will agree with me that there is a lot of impressive talent and genuine hard workers in front of me. What if we stayed in 8th grade forever? Every year we would get to go to Makokata Caves on the greatest field trip ever, but It would also mean no driver's license, no Friday night lights, no career, or any adventures beyond that. So staying 14 forever could end up being kind of a nightmare. Why did the student sit on a ladder in class? She wanted a higher education. Luckily, we won't be 14 forever. We will grow and become stronger and smarter. It will take some hard work, but some of you will take the field next fall, and some of you will sit first chair at the next concert. I have no doubts. But I hope most of us will start fresh, maybe even at the bottom. I hope we will try new activities, new clubs, expand our friendships, and take some tough classes. We are ready to make this journey together. The things we study, learn, and do will help us discover who we are. AP and the people surrounding us will be woven into our meaning, our purpose. The challenges we face will make our successes even sweeter. Then, in 4 years, in 2023, when we gather together again, we truly will be impressive. What did the little turtles say to their teacher? You taught us everything we know. We owe a genuine thank you and appreciation to our parents, teachers, and loved ones with us tonight. As Isaac Newton once said, "If I have seen further than others, it is not by my own doing, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants." If you know me, then you know that I really like football. I love when the team takes the field. There is a lot of excitement, anticipation, and camaraderie. I feel like that is us tonight. Our sideline is filled with people that want to see us succeed. We may need to sharpen our skills in the next few years, but we are ready to become AP Falcons. We were made for this time in history. We are special to this generation for this time, and there will never be another us. Knock, knock. Mark your calendars. We start high school in 85 days. We're just getting started. Thank you.
Good job, Hannah. Each year we bring back or have juniors come and speak to the eighth graders, and we try to find a brother and or sister of a current eighth grader. So we're going to have Carson Weichertz and Carly Troina come up and enlighten us with their wisdom.
Three years ago, we were all sitting in your shoes. We had gone through the scary 6th grade year, the crazy 7th grade year, and the exciting 8th grade year. We were finally ready to become freshmen in high school. We are sure that you are going through some of the similar feelings that we did. You are excited to enter high school, but sad to leave middle school.
Our names are Carson Weichertz and Carly Troina, and next year we will be seniors. We are excited to have you all in our building. We are speaking today to give you a few rules to help survive high school. Rule number 1. For this one, we're going to have to say it together because it is that important. Okay, ready? 1, 2. Stay on the right side of the hallway. You're all laughing, but it's true. By far the most annoying thing in high school is when people walk on the wrong side. And trust me, if you stand in the middle, you're going to make enemies instead of friends.
On a more realistic rule, be nice. This may not come as a surprise, but you're probably thinking, I've heard this like 14 million times. But you'll soon come to realize that there's some real truth in that statement. It's definitely one of those phrases that is easier said than done. But with the right mindset, it's very much achievable. If you follow this, I can guarantee that you will survive high school and have an enjoyable time throughout.
Our third rule, well, you've heard this about a lot of times. Mr. Boozman said it earlier, but get involved. High school offers so many activities that can spark anyone's interest. We have band, choir, art, robotics, FFA, STEM, football, volleyball, track, soccer, and many others. We are very fortunate to live in a community that supports our involvement.
In conclusion, we are very excited to be in the same building with all of you next year. High school is so fun, and it's a great opportunity to learn who you are and what you like. Always remember to stay on the right side of the hallway, be nice, and get involved. We wish you all the best of luck. Welcome to high school.
We're now going to give each student a diploma. So Tommy Jansen and Miss Ryard will call the Apple group and the individuals' names. I will meet them over here, and then they will scat down that side of the steps and find their seat. Go ahead, Tommy.
Would Mr. Hoyer's Apple Group please stand up and take the stage? Tyler Birch.
Briar DeGroat.
Camden Hoppenworth.
Leah Hovinga.
Desmond Johnson.
Joe Johnson.
Kendra Cockworth.
Lydia Cope.
Jenna Kruger.
Sapphire Lewis.
Kaiten Nicious.
Andrew Ogle.
Kai Rottinghouse.
Melanie Smith.
Avery Tatey.
Ellen Waller.
Jesse Washington. That is all for Mr. Hoyer's Apple Group. Will Mrs. Hoff's Apple Group please take the stage?
Courtney Alberts.
Madeline Bertram.
Hannah Bill.
Jack Eddy.
Roman Harbaugh.
Lindsay Hart.
Taylor Jackson.
Kennedy Lind.
Taylor Luscombe.
Preston Morris.
Michael Newenkirk.
Henry Reintz.
Elena Ropke.
Adam Shipper.
Olivia Shirk.
Carson Troina.
Andrew Welsh.
A round of applause for Mrs. Hoff's class, please. Will Mrs. Shipper's Apple Group please take the stage? Charles Bacon.
Shayla Barrett.
Cadence Bertram.
Eliza Buss.
Hannah Butcher.
Cameron Cox.
Madison Deerfield Williams.
Howard Fertig.
Lexi Grill.
Garrett Hempen.
Caden Huttinger.
Aiden Junker.
Bella Lester.
Blaine Luring.
Clayton McClanahan.
Luke Shepard.
Amber Tyler. A round of applause for Mr. Shipper's class.
Will Mrs. Sen's class please take the stage?
Mackenzie Boring.
Leanne Bovey.
Hallie Boozman.
Dakota Daly.
Kaylee Johnson.
Connor Kellum.
Riddick Kruger.
Ella Lubers.
Adam Mosk.
Colby Meyer.
Kirsten Nail.
Brady Peters.
Dalton Shell.
Gabby Schmidt.
Will Steggy.
Avery Wikers.
Addison Williamson. A round of applause for Mrs. Sen's class.
Thanks, Tommy and Kendall. Kelly, can you turn the lights on for me? So, immediately following this ceremony, out in the commons, you can have a cookie and lemonade, hang out as long as you want. I'd like to get home by 9, but you can hang out as long as you want. In just a minute, I hesitated all day to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm kind of a risk taker. So raise your hand if you've ever called over to the middle school and Deb has answered the phone. Just raise your hand. You can lower your hands. So she's going to absolutely strangle me when this is over, but Deb's retiring this year. So if you want to know why we had the the ceremony on Thursday night is she's been taking off a lot of Fridays. And I knew she wouldn't be in the office tomorrow, so I didn't have to worry about her strangling me, so I did it tonight. Deb, you've been a staple for 26 and a half years. And you've been a mother, you've been a grandmother, you've been a nurse, and you've been a friend to everybody in this room. And we're going to miss you. So thank you. Now she's really going to want me. No fellowship for Mr. Boozman tonight. Okay. Mrs. Hoff even asked me before the graduation, hey, you got a Kleenex in your pocket? I'm like, no, I'm a tough guy. I don't need one of those. Wish I had one. My keys and my cell phone don't wipe up much snot, so. So I'm going to have the graduates now pick up your diplomas off the floor, for crying out loud. Okay, you can stand up and you can face your parents. I want to introduce to you the graduating 8th grade class of 2019. Carney. So when my illustrious piano player gets up here, we are going to dismiss. So when the students are done leaving, you will be dismissed as well, families, and you can meet them out in the commons. Thank you for coming, and have a great evening.